Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A that is all music themed. Last weekend I did a question sticker on my Instagram stories and asked if you guys had any questions music related, and you guys sent a ton. So thank you to everyone who sent in a question. There were some really good ones, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of them in this video, but I'm going to do my very best. I'm actually filming on my phone right now because I don't have a camera, so I had to write them down in a little notebook. Alright, so this is a great one to start off on. A lot of people ask this question, and it's just, how old were you when you started playing music? It's actually kind of hard to remember exactly how old I was. Obviously, I grew up in a musical household, so it was kind of natural to just pick it up at a young age, but I think I was probably 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. Alright, next question was, what was your very first instrument? So a lot of people think that I started off on the accordion because that is what I played in the band mostly, but that is actually not true. I actually started off on the violin or the fiddle, depending on what genre of music you play. Fiddle was very difficult for me in the beginning because I really struggled with pitch, and so in addition to just learning the basics of music, I was really struggling with knowing when I was on pitch and when I wasn't on pitch. I remember when I was probably 6 years old, maybe 7, I went to a music festival in Chicago, and there was this guy playing accordion. His name was John Williams. Not the famous John Williams that you're thinking of, who did the music for Star Wars. This is a different John Williams. Anyway, he was playing Irish button accordion, and I was like, that is so cool. I'm gonna play this super unique instrument that's also tied to my heritage. I'm gonna be really cool and play that one. So I talked my parents into buying me an accordion, and the nice thing about the accordion is that you don't have to worry about pitch. You just press the button, it's on pitch all the time. So that, I think, really helped me train my ear, and then it wasn't until much later that I actually came back to the fiddle and started playing that again. Alright, so the next question is, does everyone in your family love music? And if so, do you think it's nature or nurture? I thought that was a really great question. A lot of people seem to be amazed, like, oh my gosh, everyone in your family is talented in music, but I actually don't think that is the case. There's definitely a few people in our family who are very talented and just picked up the music very naturally. I do think for the rest of us it was kind of a nurture thing. We were in a musical environment, and we also wanted to participate in what our siblings were doing. I definitely think everyone in the family loves music. Even if we're not playing music, we're definitely listening to music all the time, and music is definitely something that we all feel connected to. As far as playing music and performing, I think that varies greatly between the siblings. For me, music is definitely something that I think was more of a nurture thing. I really struggled picking it up in the beginning, so I just had to be a little bit more disciplined with myself and just make sure that I got in those hours of practicing. So I actually had a couple people ask me about starting to play music themselves, and several people were asking, like, how late is too late to start playing music? In my opinion, I don't think it's ever too late to start playing music. I know several people who have started in their 50s, and they're fantastic musicians now. I am gonna say though, it's gonna be a lot more frustrating starting music as an adult. As a kid, when you put all those hours of practicing in and it really sounds bad, you kind of don't mind because you're learning a lot of new things and you're kind of used to not being great at it at the beginning. But as an adult, a lot of times we aren't trying new stuff, and that feeling of not being good at something and being outside of our comfort zone is not something that we're really used to anymore. So you kind of have to embrace your inner child, I guess, and be okay with sounding bad at the beginning and just keep on going, keep practicing, and once you put those hours in, I promise it will start to sound better and you will start to enjoy it more. So this next question is actually a pretty big one. Someone asked, how has music impacted your healing journey? For those of you that don't know, I dealt with abuse in my past, and I don't feel like I want to go into all of that right now. I'll probably save that for another video sometime, but these last 3 years in particular have been a big time of just trying to heal and sort through a lot of stuff from my past. And I do think music has played a huge part in that. I think there have been a lot of other things that have impacted my healing journey, but as far as music goes, I think it's really impacted me in 2 ways. One is just listening to music a lot. Whether I'm at home working, I'm at the gym, I'm driving, I'm constantly listening to music. I'm the type of person that likes to fit my music to my mood. So if I'm really happy, I love to listen to happy music. If I'm kind of sad, I like listen to like melancholy music and stuff, but I think that really helps me deal with whatever that emotion is and kind of just accept it, sort through it a little bit, and then move on from it. The other side of that is actually playing music and how that has affected me. Last year, some of my siblings and I released an album called Speak My Mind, and all of those songs are very personal, and I really think that the whole process of creating that album was a very therapeutic thing. And by the way, if you guys want to hear that album, I do believe it's still on iTunes and Spotify, so if you guys want to go check it out, that album's called Speak My Mind, and our band was called the Willis Clan, for those of you that don't know. Alright, so a lighter question here. Somebody asked, how many instruments do you play? Can you name them all? And what is your favorite? So kind of 3 questions in one. It's kind of hard to say. I did play a lot of instruments for the band, but I think the main instruments that I feel comfortable on would be Irish button accordion, fiddle, guitar, piano, and ukulele. The other instruments that I've played on stage would be like whistle, bouzouki, mandolin, electric guitar, but I know very little on all of those instruments. All right, next question is, what do you miss most about playing in a family band, and will the Willis Clan ever tour again? Okay, so first part of that is, what I miss most about touring in a family band is probably just the time spent with my siblings. There's so many amazing memories that we have, and things that we did, whether it's like actually being on stage performing or stuff that we did when we were off the road, or like late night drives, or like going to Denny's at 2 a.m. when nothing else was open and we're starving. So it's mostly just like the little moments that we had while we were on tour. As far as if the Willis Clan will ever tour again, honestly, I can't say for certain, but I don't think so. I absolutely think that we will be playing music as siblings together in smaller groups, or who knows how many and when and all that stuff, but I don't think that it will ever be under the branding of the Willis Clan again. I just kind of think that there's so much that went into the Willis Clan image, and I really think that kind of concluding that with Speak My Mind was the best decision. So as far as playing music, who knows what the future holds, but I don't think we'll ever see a resurrection of the Willis Clan as a band. That's just what I'm thinking now, but who knows what's actually going to happen in the future. Oh, here's a good one. When you're not playing music, what genres do you listen to? I actually listen to a lot of pop music now, which I really didn't do in the past, but over the last year or two, I've really gotten into that. I think that's kind of gone hand in hand with my fitness journey, and that's something that I've really started taking seriously just over the last year or so. And pop music and like EDM and stuff like that is stuff that I listen to in the gym. Going to the gym is always like a highlight of my day, so I always like look forward to doing that and being able to just put in my headphones and listen to that music. Kind of just gets me pumped up and ready to go. I can get a good workout in, and then I always feel amazing after a good workout. So I would say that's kind of my go-to music when I'm out. But when I'm at home, a lot of times we'll just turn on playlists. I'll just like type into Spotify like coffee house playlist or soft folk study music or stuff like that, and I listen to a lot of acoustic based things that I just have on in the background while I'm working or I'm cooking or just doing stuff around the house. I just like always love to have music on. So it's kind of one of those two, either like high energy, uplifting, pop, EDM, stuff like that, or it's like super chill, singer-songwriter, coffee house kind of background music. All right, this next question that is on my list was one that I was really looking forward to answering because I'm actually pretty proud of the answer. So the question was, did the Willis Clan use pitch correctors on stage? And the answer is no. Sometimes listening back to a performance, sometimes I wish we had, because there was definitely times where we had really bad pitches on stage. That was definitely something we really wanted to be authentic with, but we didn't want to have to rely on pitch correctors and things like that. We grew up in traditional Irish music settings where so much of that music is just done right there in a room in a session where there's just a bunch of people around. It's all done acoustically, and that's really where you want the quality of music to be. We didn't want to have to hide behind technology, so no, we never used pitch correctors on stage. A lot of you guys asked if I was ever planning on releasing some of my own music, and I'm not sure. I think that as of right now, I'm just going to be sticking to some live performances and playing songs for you guys here on YouTube. I'm currently not in the studio, and I'm not really sure how I feel about doing that. I'm definitely not going to rule it out, but I don't have any plans for it in the near future. So the number one asked question was, does Sean play music? And the answer is no, he does not. He is not a musician. He's actually a mechanical engineer. I think he tried a little bit of music when he was little. I think his mom put him in choir for one summer. Maybe he played the piano a little bit, had to do a piano recital, and it did not go over well with him. So no, Sean is not a musician. However, you never know. I might try to teach him something one day. We'll see. All right, so that is all the questions that I think I can get to today in this video. Already going pretty long. So if you guys are still watching, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who submitted a question. If I did not get to your question, I'm so sorry. I guess I'll just have to do another video soon. Thanks again for watching. If you liked it, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the little notification bell so you guys will be notified next time I put out my video. Anyway, thanks again. I really appreciate every single person that has been supporting me and my channel. It really means a lot. So I can't wait to film another video for you guys, and see you next Wednesday.